What's poppin', everyone? Venomous back with another Call of Duty commentary, and today we're going to be playing Zero, the new incredibly powerful hero that is all about disruption. She's all about preventing your opponent from using their equipment, from calling in air support. She's extremely annoying to play against, and this is a match of Control on Seaside. And on this map I like to run right up to the church window because frequently there will be a sort of altercation that happens either around B Dom or there will be someone across the way in billiards who will always try to cut your allies down as they run into the B objective. So that's why I like to run up to the church window and try to make sure that no one gets hit from billiards, and then I run to the objective. Now I did a little nice entry grenade there, but what happened was there was a person in each corner, so I killed one and died to the other. The setup that I'm using is the Rampart, which is essentially the Scar H. I'm using FMJ, high caliber 1 and 2, and the dual mags.
Dead.
As far as the setup goes, not just the gun, but the class itself, I've got the equipment charge because Zero's grenade and her ultimate is exceptionally powerful, and I want to get those as frequently as possible. Then I have Engineer because I'm running UAV, counter UAV, care package, and I want to be able to re-roll those care packages.
Heads down. Marksman.
And I have Gung Ho just because I like to have Gung Ho on every class. It prevents me from dying a lot of different corny deaths. So as we can see here, the first round has been pretty uneventful. And I'm going to run out of ammo here, hide in the corner, and deceive my opponent, punching them a couple times to victory. And this is one thing that I like about Control. Since you have 30 tickets on each side, the lives actually really matter. It's not like Domination where a lot of the game just comes down to how many times you can throw yourself at the objective or how coordinated you can be as far as throwing yourself at the objective. But Control, it's way more thought out because dying matters, and it makes things like Hellstorms getting a triple really mean something, because the Hellstorm getting a kill doesn't actually give you that many points to your next kill streak. I feel like people are sort of figuring that out, but a Hellstorm, when it takes away 10% of your tickets, is actually a big deal. So after a rather uneventful first round, I'm going to open up with a anti-B route here. I really like to get B first on this map. It can be hard to get the church first because of how many power positions there are. So frequently you sort of take B because it's the closer, easier one to take. I'm going to call in a care package here. Of course, my intention is to re-roll it as I pick up a double there. And re-rolling a care package can, quite frankly, win you a game, and we can see there I went from a very low kill streak to a Thresher. And I know I say we can see, you can't really see because theater mode is so awful. They somehow made it worse since Black Ops 1, but it was something bad and it became a Thresher. So after I call in the Thresher, I'm going to call in the CUAV, and it's just to a point for the other team where it's absolutely brutal. And here we can see they're going to try to flood into the objective, and I'm really lighting them up. I get all of my kill streaks at once, and I'm pretty certain that we're going to be able to cap this, so I don't even really throw out my care package. I also have my ult, which is the thing that makes Zero most powerful. It just decimates air support. It will steal things like drone squads, barricades, and sentries, and it will just straight up destroy other stuff. But it's very unfun to call in like a helicopter or something that you worked very hard for, and Zero to be able to use her ult, which she's pretty much going to get every single game no matter what, and just to be able to easily counter what you do. So I absolutely popped off that round. I had a lot of heavy kill feed action while playing the objective, and we're going to go into the final round here. And this is another weird thing about the theater mode, is it doesn't show the final kill streak, or it doesn't show the kill of the match, the kill of the round or whatever. And in general, it's just sort of buggy and scuffed. Like if you ever try to open up a theater replay and rewind it, it's gonna screw up.
Injecting data packets.
We can hear that the sound here is just completely scuffed, and this is the first time I've opened this replay. One of the most interesting things about Zero is whenever you use your ult, it will give the enemy team a little indicator of where you are. So what happens is everyone will try to run after you because everyone hates playing against Zero. So if you're playing with a coordinated team, you need to call out whenever you're using your ult because the enemy team is just going to flood at you. I put a sentry in the door there, which is nice, but then as I try to peek around the flower bed and kill a guy, someone from inside the bar is able to 2v1 me. I'm getting hit markers from the sentry and I'm causing a lot of havoc. I know that player has to hide behind that little bar area because the sentry has the other lines of sight covered, and unfortunately I get flanked. This is something that happens quite a bit in the more heavily rounded Black Ops 4 than in previous games. If I was having a great game in Black Ops 1, I would very easily just continue the crushing domination, frequently benefiting off the same spawn trap all game. It's not just domination that has rounds, but games like Control are freaking best of 5. So I'll have sessions where I'll have a very strong 1 and 2 round, and then the final round will go like this, where it's not nearly as good, and I'm sort of sitting here like, do I leave it in the gameplay? Do I just put in the first 2 rounds? Well, then people will be weirded out and think, oh, well, you know, he must have lost. But then, you know, this sort of gets included. I died of the flamethrower a couple times. We're down a little bit, but there are 45 seconds left. I'll continue to talk about Zero as we see me die about 4 straight deaths. One of the things that makes Zero so exceptionally powerful is her grenade. The radius on it is absolutely insane, and it pretty much goes through walls and goes through buildings with the huge radius, and it will destroy razor wire, it will stun sentries, it will stun barricades. It just does so much, and if you hit a person, it rattles their UAV and it rattles their HUD, and if they get killed, you get a disruptor assist like you see right there. I think they're going to have to hit Zero with the Nerf bat, because as it stands, even if there's just 1 Zero on the other team, you have to plan an incredible amount around Zero's ultimate and trying to counter it. So I went 25 and 6 and was like 18 and 1 after the initial 2 rounds. Subscribe for more.